Well, there we go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yes, I am live streaming tonight. Been more than a minute. I'm sorry about that. Things just kind of happened. Let's see here. I want to welcome everybody that comes into the show tonight. This show is brought to you by Salt Creek Custom Ammunition. It's brought to you by TrueLock Choke Tubes and Biscuit Built 3D. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor, chime on in. Let me know that you're here. If you're not new to the channel, chime on in. Let me know that you're here. That's how it works. I know you're here. We start a conversation on the chat room. Duck hunting. Anything has to do with ducks. Let's just talk ducks tonight. Let's see. You got two. Yeah, let's see. Y'all come on in and chime in on the chat. Let me know what's up, Rick. There we go. How you been, buddy? Oh, it is almost June. We're halfway through May. Turkey season here in South Carolina is over with. Fishing is getting right. I can't wait. I need to go do a little fishing. I got a friend of mine that I need to call. I think I'm gonna call him tomorrow and see what he's doing for Friday, and maybe go down and do a little brim fishing. Maybe do a little bit of pattern test some guns. See what happens. We're doing good, bud. We've been kind of busy. I've been putting in a lot of hours at work, and basically what happened to me last week. It's been crazy at work, and I didn't get home till late, didn't get off till late, and to be honest with you, I was tired, and I just kind of took a day off, which is probably what we're going to do for the rest of the off season. Is instead of having a live stream every Monday night, I think we're going to start doing it every other Monday night. Probably will not have one this coming. Is it this? No, that's May 19th. May 26th, Memorial Day. Probably, I definitely will not have one that day. Y'all are going to be too busy. Y'all are going to be out barbecuing. I'm going to be out barbecuing. You know, that kind of thing. I ain't talking about grilling either. We're going to barbecue something. We're going to slow cook it. Let's see. What else has been going on? Not much. I did a lot of work. I do know come next week, I'm getting a new computer. This one that I'm on now it's about dead. It's old, and I need an upgrade, something serious. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks is getting that computer up and running, getting all my programs on it, my editing programs, and all this stuff on there, and transferring data to probably a very, very large external hard drive. That's what I'm going to be doing next couple of weeks. Maybe try to get a little fishing in while I'm at it. Charles, how you doing, buddy? Glad you could make it. How are y'all doing up there? We had a tub of rain here. I'm guesstimating it rained close to 3 inches here today, and I'm quite sure you're either in it or it's already gone through you. So it was my backyard was flooded from the rain, which I'm gonna tell you right now, we needed it. We needed the rain. My dad and my brother-in-law, Bentley, what's going on, buddy? Congratulations on your turkey. Guys, this is Bentley. He shot his very first turkey last week. He is the son of Randy. Hey, Randy. He shot a 15-pound gobbler last week. 10-inch beard, one and an eighth inch spurs. Shot him with his 20 gauge, shooting Salt Creek custom ammunition number 9s, and shot him at about 53 yards. That is awesome. Again, congratulations, Bentley. Yeah, we're getting plenty of rain today. Look like it'll be faring off to the west of us this evening. Okay, gotcha. Anti, what's that? 1 1/8. Sorry, 1 1/8 inch spurs. If y'all follow me on the Daddy Duck Facebook, the Daddy Duck 365 Facebook, I got pictures over there of that. They were gracious enough to send me some pictures, so I posted them over there. Anti, how you doing? Thanks for coming in, buddy. Let's see here. What else? Last Saturday, my daughter got married, and they had a nice wedding. It was a handful of family, a handful of friends. Very, very nice wedding. We had a good time. I think she's back from the honeymoon already. I think they went up to OBX for the honeymoon. Anyway, she's back. So we did that last week. Appreciate that, Anta. Yeah, he did it right, man. He got him. Let's see here. Ooh. That's about my story. I know it's been 2 weeks and that's all I've done. I mean, I'm telling you, all I've been doing here is working. I have not had time to do hardly anything other than that, either work or doing yard work here at the house. Got to get those honeydews, got to make that extra money right now so I can head up to Minnesota in October. So saving up for that. I kind of come up there and see Randy. We got a blind to build. I got to do some fishing with him. I'm about ready. I know with all this rain, the water's up. So I work from home, Rick. I do a lot of reports and stuff for the company I work. I can't go into who I work for or exactly what I do, but I do a lot of report writing for them. But I work from home. This right here. This is my office, my home office. Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! But let's see here. Man, I haven't been fishing. Bentley and Randy, is that y'all's YouTube channel that Anti just posted? I didn't know you had one. Or if I did, I forgot. Let's see here. Really not much going on. I have been working on a few things here for the YouTube, for the channel itself, some new trailer video, that kind of thing. I don't quite like the way it came out when I finished it up, so I'm gonna be redoing it. What's up, RD? If Noah's around, tell him I said hey. It's over 5 foot now. Yeah, that's a little too high. Let's see here. So I'm like I said, I'm doing a little trailer video. Didn't like the way it first came out. It just didn't flow right. So I scrapped it and going to be redoing it. And I think I'm going to wait until I get this new computer in, which should be here next Monday. So a week from today. And that way I can transfer everything over and I'll know exactly where everything's at and work on it from that end. I'm in no hurry for it. It's going to be on my hunting videos anyway, so we'll see. I got the MacBook. I got a MacBook. I got the little small one, the little 14-inch one. That way I can carry it very easily when I go on trips. It won't be so bulky like the one I got right now. But I did get the MacBook Pro. It's an MP4, all that kind of good stuff on it. So I can sync it with my phone. So when I do phone video from my phone, it'll go automatically into the MacBook, which would be great because then I can do a lot more YouTube shorts from the computer. I can do the TikToks and the Instagrams and all that stuff. I can do all that now, be able to do it all from the computer. No, I've never owned a MacBook. Never owned one. So this will be a learning experience. I talked to a bunch of people about it. I've had mixed reactions. I've had some say they don't like them. Heck, you might be one of them. I don't know. I don't know what you use. I've had people tell me they don't like them. I've had people who have them say they love them. Yes, it will. I'm assuming it'll be a learning experience. Yeah, and I mean, it is what it is, but I like the idea that when I do a video off my phone, it will automatically upload to the MacBook. Who we lost to the dark side? Oh, you're saying you? Oh, Linux. I had, it was, I went and, Linux, no one has that much time. I really, like I said, I really like the fact that I can upload, it automatically sync with my phone. All that's right there. So, and again, this is only going to be used for the channel. I mean, that's all it's going to be. That's all I'm going to be doing it with. So, and it has some kind of editing program that's automatically built into it. So I have an additional editing program and additional stuff that comes with it. So, it's like I said, it's going to be a learning experience. Um, um, so we'll see. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. You coming in? Where you at? Come here. Here. Give. Bougie found this, and now it's her favorite. As you can tell, it's her favorite toy. So she walks around with it all the time. I guess she wanted to come in and show it to me. So yeah, RD. But I mean, I have my own editing program, Filmora Wondershare. So if that's going to get put on there, so if I can't figure out what Mac does, I can always go back to my other one. So, got some, like I said, I got some ideas, some things I want to do with it. So, hey, see what happens. See what happens. Yeah, she thinks so, Charles. We just went out for a little walk, and she found it. I'm like, hey. So I've been taking it. And I got a couple other sheds over the years, and I'll take them and throw them around the yard, and I'll have her work the yard until she finds them. Maybe I can take her shed hunting next year. You swapped over to CapCut, the full version. I got to figure that GPT chat stuff out. That's what I need to figure out. But we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. Ducks. I just got a report in. I haven't quite read all of it. For you South Carolina guys and North Carolina guys, the East Coast guys. They're talking about released ducks and how bad they are and the whole 9 yards. So I got to read this email a little bit better. I got it about 20 minutes before I was to come on here. So I don't know all of what all was said. I just personally know that, released ducks are not good for us. Never have been. I've been against it ever since it started. When it really started, of course, it's been going on the East Coast for a lot longer than what most people think. But with that said, as soon as I get it all together and then get a hold of the biologist and hopefully have them on a show one night. Let's see here. Mac is based in Darwin and Associated Kernels, which is Linux open source, which the used Corellian and did all tech and job stole. Okay. Well, what didn't he steal? And I mean, seriously, I mean, it's the big corporate world, dude. I just wanted one because it will sync with my iPhone. and that's what I wanted. Because I've got a lot of things on there that I don't want to put on a short. I want to put it on a full length video, but having to send it, it's aggravating. This way, it automatically syncs when I get up next to when I turn the computer on, and everything will automatically sync up, and that's what I like. Love Chat GPT. Mark J, what's going on? How you doing? Glad you can make it, buddy. Hopefully in October, when on my way to Minnesota, and hopefully on my way back from Minnesota, I'll be able to stop in and see Mark and hang out with him a day or so. That would be cool. I've known Mark for years over the internet like this, on chat rooms and live streams and our videos and whatnot. So it'd be nice to actually meet him in person. Root your phone, brother. Search it. I have no idea what you're talking about, Anti. I've tried every way that I know of. Oh, it'll be fun. All right. Oh, yeah. But I'm not that. Let's see here. I'm not really all that technological. So, but I did want I needed a new computer. This one is about had it. It takes this old thing, and it's an old computer. I have to start booting it up 30 minutes before this show, before I can start getting it ready, because it's that's how it's just slow. I've trimmed the fat as much as I can on this thing, but we got a lot of stuff on it, and like I said, I'll be getting some external hard drives, big ones, putting all the old videos on it, putting them in order, putting B-roll together, have a B-roll folder, a B-roll external. May even go out and buy a monitor for that Mac. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But I wanted something that I could take with me without it being like this big old monstrosity that I've got, man. It's just too big. It's way too big. John, what's going on? Glad you can make it. But everybody here is doing good. Daddy's still doing good. He's getting some physical therapy, so it's helping him with his walking and moving around. Seeing little improvements here and there, which is a good thing. Which kind of computer is the one you... I got an HP. Don't ask me what Pavilion, I believe it is. When my Toshiba satellite with Windows 10 crashed years ago, I've been completely lost with everything else I have. Oh, I'm gonna be lost, man. I'm gonna tell you, I am definitely gonna be lost. It's gonna be a learning curve. Gonna be a big old learning curve, but that's all right. Well, is it duck season yet, boys? Is it duck season yet? Man, I am ready. Oh, I just want to get. We ain't even got to the heat of the summer, and I'm already ready for cold weather. Rick, the only thing I can tell you, buddy, is you need to travel. There's no tips that I can tell you. Um, you're hunting in South Carolina. Unfortunately, that's basically all we got. Don't get me wrong, you can find them other place in South Carolina. You can find big ducks and teal in South Carolina, but the biggest thing is getting out and scouting. And don't think you can't scout this time of year, because you can. You can scout for new places. Now, whether ducks will be there when it's duck season is a different story, but you need to get out there and find places. Uh, I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm not. I'm not going to get rid of it, but I am going to clean it. Uh, I'll tell you what I did the other night. I wanted to try it, and basically, what I'm fixing to tell you is a glorified cheeseburger. That's all it is. But if y'all follow other social media, there's been a big thing here lately on making hamburger and bacon pinwheels. And so I took some deer meat and I did it with that. Uh, and I fixed it the way I wanted it. I kind of gave my own little my own little, thing to it. Um, so it is, it came out good. It was one of the juiciest hamburgers I've ever had. If you've ever tried to cook deer burgers, you know how hard it is to keep a deer burger moist. And but these, I had a leftover. Matter of fact, I ate a leftover today for lunch, and I just heated it up in the microwave, and I was expecting it to be tough as nails. Nope, it was still just as juicy as the day I took it off the grill. Um, John said, "Heck, we ordered up our seed and getting equipment ready to plant. Awesome. Get the ducks a place to get fat and happy. Yes, sir. That's what my dad and my brother-in-law are doing right now. They're working on they got a place. It's my brother-in-law's place, and they've already got stuff in the ground. Um, yeah, low and slow in the venison burgers. But I tell you, I added, and Rick, I'll get back with you in just a second. I'll tell you, my secret is I took a stick of butter and put it in the freezer and got it frozen, and then took a cheese grater and grated that butter. Then I added some cream cheese to it, and I seasoned it the way I wanted it, and then I just incorporated all that. Um, so I incorporated all that. It came out very well, very juicy. Um, it was a good burger. I mean, it really was a good burger. And yes, I did cook it low and slow. Um, I actually cooked them on the smoker, 225 for about an hour. I checked it at 30 minutes. Wasn't quite where I wanted it. Checked it again at 45 minutes. Wasn't quite what I wanted. And then right at an hour, it was getting there, and that's when I lathered it up with some barbecue sauce and cut the smoker completely off. I have a pellet smoker, so if you don't have one, it takes a few minutes for it to actually turn off, and then once it did that, once it completed its cycle, I pulled them off. Man, they were excellent. What part of the deer did you grind up? I take my deer meat to a processor, so I don't have no idea. I have no idea what they did. Rick, start driving like in 2 weeks. I'm going to start fishing scouting. Same kind of habitat. At the same time, what kind of habitat should I be looking for? Okay, so when you're looking for waterfowl habitat, food sources. So if where you're fishing, which is probably you're not going to see it, but if you can find oak trees that are on the levees or the banks, acorns are a good source. Different plants, different aquatic vegetation is what you're looking for. Not necessarily that the ducks are going to eat this vegetation, but it will hold a lot of invertebrates and things like that, and that's what they'll be eating. So, that's what you got to be looking for. There's a lot of different aquatic plants, that you need to look for. Eelgrass, hydrilla, if you can find it. I don't know where you're going to be going, but that kind of thing. Even Sprangletop. Sometimes you can find it growing on banks. Acorn trees are a big source. There's other things called lizard's tail. I suggest the best thing to do is, if you don't have a book on it, pull your phone out and Google aquatic vegetation for ducks, and they should give you a listing of vegetation, what they look like, what you should be looking for, that kind of thing. Out of the way places, especially for wood ducks, you want it kind of thick in there, so around button brush, that kind of stuff. Remind me next time you're over here and I'll give you some deer burger. Okay. John, I season mine, then make patties up, then stick them back in the freezer for 20, then grill them. They usually come out nice and juicy. Yeah. I'm not big on organs, Charles. I never have been. Never really have been. I've never really been into hearts and livers and gizzards and all that kind of stuff. Never. It's not my thing. Ordered up some millet wheat and a blend of seed mix. And we planted. Oh, my dad. I should say my dad and my brother-in-law. Let's see here. They planted some millet. They got trying to think of an arrowhead. They planted some arrowhead, some other stuff. They're going to be putting in, if they haven't already, they're going to be putting in some smartweed. And Rick, if you can find a stand of smartweed, then you have really done something. That's where they're going to be. Of course, if anybody else knows about it, that's where they're going to be too. Uh, oh. Let's see what else. We're talking about deer. We're talking about elk. Um, we actually did some elk burger. Well, I shouldn't say we. Um, the caterer for my daughter's wedding did some elk burgers, but they overcooked them things big time. My goodness. It was almost like a, and of course, I know that it was probably farm raised elk, but still, they overcooked it bad. The flavor was good. It's just that the meat was overcooked. And especially for somebody who likes their meat rare. I like medium rare is the most I'll cook one. Troy, what's going on? Glad you could make it. But I am. When are y'all gonna start planting, John? Ain't it the truth, Anti? It rained so much today. I don't think we can get a tractor in our place. Deer is a lot. You planted last week for doves. We have already started planting for doves. Um, got we got the sunflowers in. Now I think we're going to wait a couple, 3 more weeks for some millet and plant some millet here. I want to do brown top. We'll see what happens. Because it won't take long for brown top to come up. Calling 2 to 4 inches here, but 2 to 4 inches here by midweek. Wow. Deer is a lot like smoking, cooking or smoking deer. I ain't kidding you, dude. I planned like 5 days before this rain, but I feel like the rain will wash it out. It might have. End of the month for some and early June, depending on what the weather looks like. A little wet. Yeah. I'm not complaining about our rain. I'm gonna tell you straight up, we're in desperate need of it. We were in desperate need. I just wish that it wouldn't have all came at one time like it did today. But it hadn't rained since probably 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and the ground's already dry outside. So we needed it big time. We needed it. But that little place that they got that they're doing, it should be right for wood ducks. Um, I foresee a lot of wood ducks being shot out of that place. You calling for rain to Wednesday. I haven't been outside. Well, I mean, I was out for a little while. I had to go pick up my dad and take him somewhere, and right if I got off work, and it was sunny. So I don't know what it's doing now. It's dark. It's already dark outside now. So, but we need more rain. We need some rain. It's not hurting my feelings one bit. Of course, when the grass starts growing up here in a day, and the fire ants started coming out of the ground, that's when I'm gonna be hollering at the rain. And I guarantee you, by tomorrow, I'm gonna have fire ant mounds everywhere. I'm gonna have to go out and put stuff on them. It's not raining here now. Yeah, hopefully in about a week, Randy, week or two, the water will settle down a little bit. We can get in and go catch some red breasts. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I have never been elk hunting ever. Never really had that much of a desire for it. I know it. I know. I know it's. I know it's fun, and everybody I talk to include Mark, it's a blast. Um, I've just never hunted them. Um, I just like chasing my ducks. That's my thing. They're saying Wednesday temperatures close to 100 degrees here. Whew. Yeah, that's way too early for that kind of heat. Way too early. If y'all don't keep getting rain, then it's going to burn everything up. As soon as it hits the ground, if you go out and plant a cornfield, you're gonna have popcorn in it before the day's over with. Whew, that's hot. So what do y'all? I'd like to hear. I tell you what, I'm gonna give a prediction this year already, and I'd like to hear y'all's comments on it. Um, I think this year the duck numbers, we're going to see a little bit of an improvement this year. I know they're saying that they're down, and the reason I think that we're going to see an improvement, especially in the southern states, is that I think it's going to get cold up north early, and I think it's going to drive some birds. I think it's going to drive more birds down. Um, that's my prediction. Um, this year, I think we'll see a slight increase in the duck numbers in the South, but it won't be until next season, the season after this one coming up, is when we're going to see the big numbers, uh, really really good numbers throughout. So anyway, just like to hear what y'all got to think about that. Market. Oh, okay. I thought, and I thought you said market skyrockets on Trump, but I read it. I read it differently. Okay, U.S.-China trade deal. Even CNN calls it a win. Hey, yeah, we're catching a lot a few weeks ago at the little term. Yeah, we gotta. I think we're gonna have to let this water calm down a little bit. Calling for low 90s by weekend here. That's what they're calling for here. That's where we're waiting just a little while. That's one of our reasons. The brown top is not going to take that long to grow. So for our dove field, and that's what we're going to be planting on it. I'm going to try to, if I can get permission, I'm going to try some water seeding, some rice this year, and some places that I know of. Just what I'm going to try to do, but I won't have to put that down until probably mid-July, because I'm not going to harvest it. So I'm just going to try to do a little bit of water seeding. What kind of motion do you put in your decoy spreads? I use a jerk rig 90% of the time. I do have some pulsators and that kind of stuff. I do have some flappers, mojos, spinning wings. So yeah, I that's what I put in. That's what I put as far as motion. But 90% of the time, I like to use a jerk string. Do you hear about the Arctic? You say an attic, but I'm thinking you mean Arctic. First time in a few years, actually icing instead of melting. That's a good thing. Probably have a cold. I think so. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we're going to have a cold winter this year, especially up north, and I think it's going to drive those birds down. I don't think we're going to see an increase, but I don't think we're going to see a whole lot. Now, I think next spring, we're going to see the ice. It's going to be cold. It's going to be wet, and I think we're going to see a lot more water in the nesting areas in the prairie pothole regions. So I think we're going to see a huge increase in the 26-27 season, but I think the 25-26 is just going to see a slight increase. That's my prediction. That's what I'm predicting right now from what I have seen so far. That's just me talking out loud. Can't go wrong with jerk rig. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I like a jerk rig. I don't care too much for the spinning wings. They do have its place, but I don't use them that often. We used some pulsators for the first time last year, and I kind of like them. I got one Rippler, and I went and got 2 pulsators this year. And on some of my holes that we have around here, I think they'll work really well. So I'm gonna carry those along with the Rippler, and maybe take a spinning wing and put it in the bushes where you can barely see it. My last year was bad, really bad. But I went to 3 different states, and we just didn't do that well last year. And it just, now locally around here with the wood ducks, we did great. But I'm talking about other ducks. So that's why I'm looking real forward to this Minnesota trip, as long as it doesn't freeze up before I get there. If I get spinning wings for doves and early teal. Yep. Um, if you can use goose decoys on the outside of your duck spread, we do that a lot on the open water. Yep. Um, early teal, I do use spinning wings for early teal. I don't use a jerk rig during early teal season. The reason is the vegetation I'm hunting in is usually really thick, and it just fouls up a jerk rig. So um, I'll use a spinning wing. The the Rippler um, doesn't really work that well in vegetation because it just gets hung up and it just doesn't do anything. So I don't really use that, and I've never used a pulsator in vegetation. So I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing. It may spray some water out, but it's not going to move around a lot. It's going to get hung up. We hunted Texas, Oklahoma last year. I want to hunt Oklahoma. I got a good friend of mine that lives in Oklahoma, and he's been begging me to come out there. We were even thinking about getting a lease together this year, but that didn't work out. I have hunted Texas, and I'm gonna tell you, Texas has got it. I've hunted Matagorda Bay, Katy Prairie, Eastland, Texas, Plainview, Texas, around the Lubbock area, and the Playa Lakes and whatnot. Really good hunting back when we did hunt it. But I've never hunted Oklahoma. That's on my bucket list. It's on my bucket list. I mean, for me, it's a 19-hour drive to Oklahoma. So, um, um, we use 2 to 4 spinners for teal, no jerk rig teal. I do about the same thing, John. I do about the same thing on early season teal. Speaking of early season teal, I know that Louisiana and Arkansas has gone to a 8 or maybe a 9-day season. What are y'all going to get a full 2 weeks, or do they cut your season down to 8? It's either 8 or 9 days. Um, we're up in northeast Texas, almost in Oklahoma. Oh, okay. Well, I will be in southwest Oklahoma, Arkansas, come January. North Carolina cut its early teal 8 days. I think we haven't got South Carolina's we haven't got our information in yet. We won't get that until probably August. But I'm quite sure they're going to cut ours too. Hang on, I'm gonna look something up real quick. Yeah, they do the same thing here. They drag their feet. Well, I can't find it. Give or take, John. I went to watch it, John, and something came up. I set the phone down, and I came back, and I didn't get a chance. But I do plan on looking at it. Um, how far are you from El Dorado, Arkansas? Do you know? What's going on with the youth hunting programs there for 2020 or 25? Y'all still have them fully going? As far as I know, we do, Anti. As far as I know, we Mark Taylor, what's going on? Glad you could make it, buddy. Um, as far as I know, Anti, all of our youth hunting programs are up. Everything's going to look good. We just finished the youth turkey hunt. That's where Bentley shot his first turkey. I haven't heard anything, but we usually have a couple of days state youth hunts in right before the season starts, big season in November, and then we usually have 2 days in February. So I'm assuming, as far as ducks go, and the deer hunting and all that, everything's up and running for that. So I don't, and honestly, I really don't see a reason why they would cut that out. It's just south of where we go in Oklahoma to hunt. Okay. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna be there in January. God willing, the river don't rise. Altus, Oklahoma. Okay. Yeah, I've never hunted. Like I said, I've never hunted Oklahoma. I want to hunt Oklahoma. It's on my bucket list. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it this year. Um, just time restraints. All right, RD, have a good one, buddy. Take care of yourself. Just because of time restraints, I don't think I'm going to be able to hunt. But take the Minnesota trip, uh, the Arkansas trip, um, maybe North Carolina this year. That's kind of up in the air right now. Um, that's where you hunted in Oklahoma, was Altus. But it is on my bucket list. Ducks, geese, and crane. Man, I love hunting them cranes. I've done it a couple times in Texas, man. I enjoyed that hunt. That was all before I was doing any kind of filming, but man, that was a good hunt. Cold too. Good Lord, it was cold that day. There was snow on the ground. Oh man, oh man. I got you. Let's see here. It's about give or take about a 7 hour drive from where I'm going to be at. 7.5 hour. Hunting, hunting cranes produce many ricochets. I don't know about all that, but we shot a man. And those sandhill cranes, man, are whew, man. Those things are good to eat. Possibly Kansas season for me, but not sure. I got you. I wouldn't mind getting back down to Katy again, man. I had some really good snow goose hunts there. Really good snow goose hunts. And if I can do it, um, I'm probably going to go on a conservation hunt this year if I can pull it. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how Minnesota and Arkansas turns out. But I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind even if I can't hunt. I would love to film it. I think that would be an awesome, awesome experience. Appreciate that, Anti. This year's a lot of it's time constraints. I got a lot of things. Like I said, when I go to Minnesota, that's going to be an 11-day trip. 3 days to get there. I'm driving by myself, so it'll be 3 days to get there, 5 days of hunting, 3 days to get back. It's going to be I'll be on the road a lot. So, and then Arkansas is a 12-hour drive for me. So we usually can leave around 2:30 in the morning and get there by 1, 2 o'clock in their afternoon. I'll just be hunting rivers around here. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Randy. Ain't nothing wrong. John, you leaving us? Well, I listen, man. I appreciate you coming in. Take care of yourself. And you too. You have a great week this week. I'm so bummed to find out Duluth Trading went woke. I like some of their stuff. Oh, buddy, give it about a month. They'll go back. They'll go back to figuring what they did wrong. Really, really and truly, they'll figure it out. They will definitely figure it out. Oh, when it comes around here, I'll be hunting beaver ponds, little creeks, rivers. I may take one trip up to the lake and get up on Sparkleberry, or maybe get on some open water somewhere. But oh man, oh man, oh man. Have anyone in here? I have not tried their waders. It's a new company called Timber Gear, TMBR Gear. Timber Gear. And they've come out with some waders. They look pretty nice. They're a breathable wader. They got a liner for the inside. They're zippered. They look a lot like the Cheen waders, and not even close to their price. So it's a good price point. Just wondering if any of y'all have seen or heard of them. It's my bedtime. Good night. All right, Bentley. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for those pictures. And hopefully we'll see each other in a couple weeks, man. I got to get up there. But I'm not saying I'm going to go out and buy any right now, but just wondering if you've never tried their waders. Have you heard of them though, Mark? I've been out a year or two, I guess, maybe. I don't know. No. Okay. But they got to remove, kind of like the Frog Togs, with the removable liner and whatnot, so you take it in and out. But the suspenders on them are kind of like the Cheen suspenders. They're zip front. Got a good wide strap in the back. I'd like to see a pair in person. I'd like to try them on. I tell you, I put on a pair of Cheens last year at the Cheen store in Stuttgart, and I fell in love with them waders, buddy. I fell in love with them. Thank you, Anti. I was just wondering if anybody had ever heard of them. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So what else is going on? Anybody else got anything going on? Anything else going on with y'all? Anything new, exciting? I haven't seen Jeff Barris tonight, so I don't know where he's at. He might be trying to catch fish right now. Of course, they had some big storms here last week, so I don't know. Hopefully, what, in about 2 months, maybe? About 2 months, they'll come out with a new waterfowl survey. I'd like to know what they see. Can't wait for that. I like to see if their numbers have gone up. I mean, everybody I'm talking to up north, they're saying the same things over and over and over. They've seen a lot of ducks this year, a lot of ducks. So hopefully they got some good places to nest and raise their youngins. And let's support people like Mark and they're trapping and catching all them egg eaters and getting rid of them. Just out of curiosity, Mark, will trapping season be in when I show up in October? Just out of curiosity, will you be able to trap then? I may be picking your brain when I get up there. That's why I ask. Nope, it doesn't open up till November 10th. On the Marine Corps birthday, huh? So trapping season opens up on the Marine Corps birthday. All righty. Well, maybe I can still pick your brain a little bit. You can show me a few tricks of the trade. I do want to start trapping a little bit. Mostly for stuff like raccoons and stuff like that, because we just got way too many of them and they're eating all my duck eggs and turkey eggs. I want to get rid of them. I don't even know when our trapping season starts. I just don't never done it, but I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start trying to figure it out. uh, you have a fur buyer in your something? I have no idea, Charles. I have no idea. I had no idea whatsoever. You funny, Anti. Uh, what else, guys? Well, there's got to be one around here and close because there's a lot of trappers around here, especially up in the PD area. Um, I know we have the South Carolina Trappers Association here up near Florence, so I'm assuming there is somebody up there that'll buy furs. And I don't really care to make it a living or even a hobby. I just want to get rid of some raccoons from eating my duck and turkey eggs. Honey bun for coons. To be quite honest with you, Randy, the honey bun for Daddy Duck. I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm a sucker for a honey bun. Oh my goodness. Used mullet for coons when I trapped them in high school. I was just thinking about getting a couple of dog proofs to start off with. To be honest, just get a couple of dog proofs, a handful of them. Simple, easy. Oh man, we got to start doing something, and that's what I'm going to start trying to do a little bit. That's the way to go. Okay, I am. I'm just going to get some dog proofs, and I know a couple places I can put them around. Catch me a few of them. All right, Charles, you take care of yourself, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Give me a call sometime. So, like I was saying earlier, for a majority of y'all got in here, I am going to probably slow down a little bit on the live streams. Um, Possibly just doing one or two a month. Especially since I'm getting this new computer and I'm going to need to learn it, and I need much time as I can to figure that out and get things all situated in it. And so I'm probably going to kind of ease off on the live streams for a little while. I still do them. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to do them, but just kind of ease off a little bit. Use these Mondays and afternoons now that it's staying lighter a lot longer, doing a lot more dog training. So I get off at 5 o'clock, go work the dog, come back, maybe do a little fishing, try to get some videos, learn this new computer. That's probably what I'm going to do, because me and Bougie got to get back on the training program. I got to have her right for this. I mean, completely 100%. And that's probably what we're going to end up doing. We'll also kind of, instead of going 2 hours, maybe an hour to an hour and a half. I done caught all the fish. That's why I need to get down there. You catching all the fish, man. Uh, get out and do this kind of thing. I just got a lot going on, and with the yard work and working the dog and trying to catch a fish, and I do love being here with you guys. I really do. But as we're getting closer to summer, I know a lot of you guys will be taking vacations and doing that kind of stuff, and I need to start filming, and the only way I can do it is, not be here. But I got to get back I got to get back in the woods, man. I got to get back in the swamp, do some stuff. So, but like I said, we're gonna probably tone it down a little bit, one or two times a month for an hour and a half, that kind of thing. Unless we have something that comes up that's of real importance, and can get more, you know, duck stuff going, talking about it. Yeah, that's the hardest thing on this thing is coming up with a topic to keep going, and it just this time of year is really tough. It's really tough to come up with new topics until we start getting information. Like I said, I got some earlier today, but I wasn't able to. Oh, hold on, hang on, Mark. Hang on about that. But I haven't had time to read it, so I need to read it before I tell you all about it. But it looks like it's gonna be pretty interesting. But okay, you tell Papa Doug Bus 28. Yes, I told him. I actually after we got off the phone the other day, I called him and told him, and he was not a happy camper. I will say that I took him up there this afternoon, and they were saying that it was a 3-inch gun, and I kept saying no, it's not. The box even said 2 3/4. The side of the gun actually said it actually said 70 millimeter, which is 2.75 in inches, which is 2 3/4. And showed them that, and they got on their computer and they said, well, it's showing 3-inch. I said, well, it's not. So they called the rep, and the rep said, yeah, the manufacturer didn't, they put it in the computer wrong, da 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 da. So because it wasn't used and it wasn't unboxed, and they sold him the wrong gun, they took it back. They actually took it back, and he got his money back. But he did order a 26-inch barrel, 20 gauge, and 2 3/4 3-inch over and under. So that should be here in a couple of days, and I'll take him up there and take a look at it before we get it, before he signs and does any more paperwork. And but yeah, they actually took it back today and refunded his money. So he was not a happy camper, buddy. I'm gonna tell you straight up. But it was a pretty gun. I will tell you right now, that was a pretty gun. Light. Oh my gosh, it was very lightweight. But he has a 2 3/4 28, and I have a 2 3/4 28. There's no sense in getting another one. Yes, I'm drinking Diet Mountain Dews. It's because I'm out of my other stuff. Yeah, that's what he's getting. He's getting a ATI 20 over and under. He wanted the 3-inch 28, but they only had them in 28-inch barrels, and he wants a 26-inch barrel. All right, anybody got anything else? I'm going to be calling it kind of short tonight. I got some things I want to get done before it gets too late. But I want to wish y'all a great week this coming week. I hope that y'all have a great week, a good week. Hope things work out for everybody. And I doubt very seriously I'm gonna be here next Monday. I got some things that are going on next week, and it needs to take my full attention. So hopefully in a couple weeks I will see y'all again. Probably not be Memorial Day. It might be the first. Oh, there's Jeff. My goodness, Jeff. By the time you got here, I'm fixing to leave and you're just showing up. But might be the first Monday in June. I hate to say it that way, but I just got some things going on. I gotta get on the stick on this stuff. Can't let it lay down. But I hope, like I said, I hope y'all have a great week. I hope y'all have get out there, catch some fish. If your turkey season's still open, go kill some turkeys. Go for a boat ride. Go to the Sporting Clays range. Shoot. Walk outside. Irritate your neighbors with a duck call or goose call, whatever it is. Just get outside. But anyway, guys, y'all have a great one, and we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365. Y'all have a good one. Good night.